Hello, welcome to Muckman Movies. I hope you're all having a great Christmas and coming up a new year. I'm going to go through my December purchases. Picked up quite a few. I picked up a right stack on Christmas Eve when I had to go into town to pick up my new lenses. I got my old frames re-lensed, and I made the foolish mistake of going into Trade Me In, and there were quite a few films in there that I ended up picking up one way or another. Some of them I wanted in my collection, others were out of print titles for a decent price. But I'll show you those in a bit later. So here we go. I'm going to go through what I picked up in December after this. Yeah, so the first one was the Godzilla Kong New Empire Steelbook. This was in the Zavvi sale, so I picked it up for a reasonably decent price. This is the 4K Steelbook. That's on the back artwork there. That's quite nice actually, that one. I really like the popping colours. It's got quite a bit of a gloss to the cover, metallic gloss. And on the inside's artwork's a bit uninspiring. It's also a bit foreboding. That's the handprint from the bad guy. I think he's called Scar. Watched this just before I went away to Madeira for a few days before Boxing Day. Enjoyed it. Not as good as the other ones, but I love a good Kong or Godzilla film. Just like monster films, especially when they start fighting each other. It's just great fun, basically. So yeah, that's Godzilla and Kong New Empire. Not watched this one yet, not had the time, but Mary and Max, I'd seen Memoir of a Snail at the Leeds Film Festival last month and really enjoyed it, so I picked up this German copy. It's got some forced subtitles on it, but on my player downstairs I can move the subtitles out of view. Not sure if I can do that upstairs in the cinema room, but it's supposed to be a classic. I think, did it win an Oscar? All the writing's in German, so I can't even read if it won an Oscar or not. It was definitely nominated for an Oscar. This is a film by Adam Elliott. His animation's absolutely beautifully realised. It's so smooth. The characters are very quirky, so can't wait to see that one. I've been waiting decades for this for a long time. This is the Roman Polanski's The Fearless Vampire Killers. I used to own a copy on VHS a long time ago, and I've been waiting for a Blu-ray, like a UK Blu-ray release of this, and finally we got it this month. So The Fearless Vampire Killers, it's quite tongue-in-cheek, it's a bit slapstick as well, it's quite funny. Roman Polanski even stars in it. Is he... Let's see who he plays. Yeah, doesn't say. I'm trying to remember the character in the Dracula story, but it's not coming to mind right now. Next up, I picked up Nighthawks as recommended by Del Boy and Ian Hill Ramblings. Picked this up on import after one of their live chats on a Wednesday night. If you're into film or games and music, make sure you check their channels out, but also check out Ian Hill on a Wednesday evening. It's really entertaining. We have quite a lot of banter going on, but predominantly we talk about films. So on that particular Wednesday, they'd recommended Nighthawks to me. Picked it up. I've watched it. It's a good thriller. Rutger Hauer is absolutely fantastic. He's so sinister in this. He makes a good bad guy, and he's brilliant in this. Sylvester Stallone, he's great as well. And you've got Billy D. Williams. The storyline's a bit generic in its narrative. I've seen very similar films like this before, but it's got some great 70s vibes going on. And Rutger Hauer, like I say, he's really good in it as the bad guy, as the terrorist. Next up is probably one of the highlights. It's currently sitting in my top 10 films of the year. I know it had a release date in America in 2023, I believe, but it didn't get a UK release date till 2024, and that is Strange Darling. I am not going to say too much about this other than go watch this now and do not read any synopsis or watch a trailer. You just want to go in totally blind, and you'll just get a lot more enjoyment out of it. There's great performances. What is she called? Because she's fantastic. Willa Fitzgerald. Yeah, she's absolutely superb in this. So yeah, definitely recommend Strange Darling, one of the indie hits of the year. I picked up, let's take that sticker off. This was one of my highlights in the cinema. I know Ian Hill wasn't particularly keen on it, but I think it had lots of foreboding atmosphere, quite sinister at times, and she was fantastic in it. Hunter Schafer, I thought she was fantastic in this. So Cuckoo, it's really sinister thriller, quite horrific, like a horror thriller. Really good, set in Germany. Dan Stevens plays this hotelier who seems to be too nice, too good to be nice, you know. Too nice to be good, should I say. Yeah, really enjoy this. Another film, really, that you need to go in blind. Don't read the synopsis, just go in without knowing anything and you'll get more enjoyment out of it. So Cuckoo, that's in my top 10 of the year as well. I will be doing a top 10, maybe top 20 of films of 2024 just after the new year. So stay tuned for that. I also picked up, should have taken these stickers off to give you a better view. The Legend of Fong Sai-yuk. I think there's 2 films in here. So there's Fong Sai-yuk and Fong Sai-yuk 2. These are Jet Li martial art films. Got these with 20% off. It's just fairly recently come out, and they're supposed to be really good. Kung Fu. What do they call it now? Not Wire Fu. Wushu, that's it, Wushu. Yeah. Don't know much about these, apart from that's supposed to be really good. Jet Li's always good value. Finally picked up Warlock. Now this is the Warlock trilogy. I've not seen 2 or 3, but growing up in my teens, I used to replay Warlock on VHS constantly. I absolutely loved it. You've got Richard E. Grant and Julian Sands, who sadly passed away recently in a hiking accident in California, I think. Yeah, great film. Warlock. No, nothing about Warlock 2 or 3. They'll probably get worse and worse as you progress. Sequels usually do. But yeah, I picked that up primarily for Warlock. Have a coffee. Just got back from Madeira. Starting to feel a bit of a sore throat. There were lots of people coughing on the plane coming home yesterday. But it was a fantastic holiday. Great to get a bit of sun in the winter. Even got to see some pilot whales and dolphins, and fed birds out of my hand, which was fantastic. Much needed tonic after the last couple of months we've gone through, losing Hadley. So this is the recent 4K steelbook of Leon. This is an upgrade for me. I've already got Leon on Blu-ray, but I've not got a nice steelbook. This is quite a matte finish with some metallic touches to his rimmed glasses. You can see. And then you've got Gary Oldman, who's absolutely brilliant. One of the best bad guys in cinema. And you've got your 4K Blu-ray and probably special features disc in there. Is there any decent artwork in here? Let's have a look. So you've got Leon on that side. Gary Oldman on that disc. So it's just Leon with the New York cityscape. So yeah, that's a great upgrade, and I will be moving my standard Blu-ray on. And then I picked up Alien Romulus. Really enjoyed this one at the cinema. There was just a bit too much fan bait for my liking, obvious fan bait as well. Like, there's a scene where the android says, "Get away from her, you bitch." I mean, I'm a massive Alien fan. I've got Alien tattoos on my left arm. There's no need for fan bait like that. It's like zooming in on her trainers, and they're the same trainers that Sigourney Weaver wears in Aliens. I don't like all this forced fanboy crap, basically. Just stick to the plot. We don't need any fanboy elements in a film. If your narrative's good enough, then you don't need it. So here's the steelbook. It's a nice design, but it's just a bit disappointing in the finish. It's just a matte finish. And you've got the spine, and the back. Romulus and Remus feeding from the dog. This is 4K and Blu-ray as well. You've got the alien, trying to avoid the glare. It's a good film, entertaining, but it's not wholly original. It's just basically stealing lots of elements from the previous films. But like I say, it's really entertaining. It's really well made, great practical effects, some great CGI effects, like set in space. There's a bit where there's a space station crashing into the rings of a planet. That is visually, it's absolutely stunning. And the standout actor for me, I'm gonna have to, probably can't read this. My eyesight for reading is getting worse and worse as time goes on. David Johnson, I believe. He's fantastic as the android. He steals the whole show. So that's Alien Romulus. Definitely need to rewatch that very soon. And then on Christmas Eve, went in, sorted my glasses out, picked up a few late Christmas gift items, and then made the mistake to go in to trade me in and spend about £78. So a lot of these are out of print, so you can't get them anywhere other than like your usual eBay and Vinted and stuff. But on eBay, they're a lot more expensive than this. So I picked up Jinro. I quite like anime. I was a massive fan back in the 90s of anime. This one's supposed to be excellent. Jinro, 14 quid. I think I saw it on eBay and it were about 30 quid. So I like, yeah, I'll pick that one up. Jinro. It's an animated sci-fi action film. There's a few stills on the back there. Look forward to watching that one. I have got another anime in here. This is Goblin Slayer. I picked this up for £4.50. It comes with a slip, and this is Goblin Slayer. It got really good critical reviews the last year or the year before. It's supposed to be excellent. So for £4.50, I thought, right, I'll snap that one up. That's probably the cheapest one in this lot. I picked up Love Lies Bleeding. That's another film from this year, one of my favourites. It's in my top 10. I'm actually giving lots of spoilers away for my next video. Anyway, Love Lies Bleeding, £5.50. It's only been out on physical media for the last few months. So I thought £5.50, snap that up. I would like to see a steelbook of that. But £5.50 is worth it just to get it watched again. Right, this is a Network release. Network label, they went bust. They folded. Was it last year or early this year? They folded, so you can't get any of their releases again unless a different label picks them up. And this was going for quite a bit more on eBay than what I paid for it here. And that's Escape from Sobibor, starring Rutger Hauer again. This is a World War... Is it World War One or World War Two? World War Two, and it's got Alan Arkin in it, Joanna Pacula. I think I saw this in the 80s when I was a lot younger, and I think it was one of my mum's favourite war films, I believe, but I need to rewatch it. I can't remember anything about it. But Escape from Sobibor, good World War II drama. I like a good prison escape drama. Picked up Yanks. Now, Trade Me In, they had it a few months back. They had it for about 27, 28 quid. I'm like, I'm not paying that. But when I went in on Christmas Eve, I pulled it out again, and it looked like, well, they've obviously reduced the price of it to 14. No one was going to pick it up for that price. So Richard Gere, and it's a John Schlesinger film. Richard Gere, Vanessa Redgrave, William Devane. And this is another World War II drama, which I've never seen. And I thought, for 14 quid, you can't get it. It's not in print anymore. Thought I'd pick it up. It was quite an expensive haul in Trade Me In, considering all these are second hand, but sometimes you've got to pay a bit more to get these out of print titles that you've missed. And then I picked up the 4K UHD and Blu-ray release of Alligator and Alligator 2 box set for 24 quid. Now I know this were about 35, 40 quid when it came out. So for 24 quid, absolute steal. It comes with, that's the back artwork. It's a really nice box set actually, quite sturdy from 101. Hopefully the sticker will come off okay off the box. Then you've got Alligator, which has got, I think this has got the 4K. I think Alligator 2 isn't 4K. So you've got 3 discs in here. You've got the 4K. That's the 4K, the first disc, and then there's the special features. TV cut and special features on the 3rd disc. So you've got 4K, Blu-ray, and then TV cut with special features. So that's the first film. Not seen these. They're supposed to be really good fun. And again, I like a monster film. Mutant alligators, you can't go wrong with that. I love the Australian alligator film Rogue. If you've not seen Rogue, you need to watch that. It's excellent. Alligator 2, The Mutation. And that's just with 1 disc. But that must have been on the back of the box set. And then it comes with a poster, which will probably never ever go up on a wall, but it'll stay nicely in the box. So that's the poster. Nice artwork as well. and then a nice booklet. This is going to be so cheesy, but you know, sometimes bad films are good films. They're just there to entertain. So that's it. That's my haul. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for further videos. I'm going to do my top 10 or I think I'm going to go top 20 because there's some really good films in the 10 to 20 bracket that really deserve a mention. So I'll do a top 20 of 2024 after the new year. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.